Setting up grids is a useful way to ensure consistency and alignment in your designs, majorly alignment, right? You don't want things looking really displaced from the end to end, which is the margins. Yeah, so in order for you to have better alignment and consistency in regards to one of your designs or your mobile app is having a 20 px margin, and then another one is having like a 30 px, and another pages or frame is having like less than even the 20 px. So in order for you to maintain that consistency, it's very good or very important that you set up grids, and this would come in handy for your designs across board. You can also create grid styles, so you don't have to always create them afresh. You could just apply them to certain frames and it will work that way, from mobile app to tablets to your desktops. You can always have this done. So let's look at some of the features or steps to actually set up grids in Figma. One, open the grids and layouts panel. To set up grids in Figma, first open the grids and layout panel located in the right side of the Figma editor. So if you go to the Figma editor to get the grids, all you need to do is come up here and you see layout grid. Now you can click on it and it's going to apply a grid, but there are more things we can do, and this is not just what we'll be working with. Let's go back. Choose the grid type from the grids and layout panel. You can choose from a range of grid types including columns, rows, and modular grids. Select the type of grid that best suits your design needs. So what that means is once you come here, you can go to the grid setting. So this is a layout grid setting. Once you click on it, it pops up this screen, and looking at it, you can find the columns and the rows and other ones. All you need to do is come up here and click on the drop down and you would find all of them. All right, so all three of them. For this case, we'll be using columns. Now, adjust grid settings. Once you've selected a grid type, you can adjust the settings to customize the grid to your design specifications. You can set the grid spacing, the number of columns or rows, and the gutter size between elements. So this is what they mean in this statement. To do this, all you need to do is choose, let's say we're doing this for mobile, we're going to choose 4, and we're going to adjust. I like adjusting my color to black because the red is a bit tricky in my eyes. So I'm going to click on this color box here. It's in 10%, leave it at 10%, click here, and then I'll just drag this circle downwards and it becomes black. With this, I can adjust the margin. You see where the run starts from. I can put this in a bit, and I want the margin to start from here so that whatever I design in this canvas will not go beyond that line. So what do? I select this, open the grid settings again, bring it here, and then I would adjust it. So if I don't know a particular number to use, I would just keep adjusting it by using the navigation key on your keyboard. You can press up or you can press down to reduce, up to increase, until you get it. And at that point, I think that is where I have my margin for this design. So at 28 margin. But when I'm designing for a mobile application, I usually use between 16 to 25. So one best practice to actually get to understand this is to screenshot an application on your phone. All right, I don't have anyone on my system. I would have brought it in to show you how it works. All right, so I would screenshot one of those screens on my system, and what I do next is bring it into a frame. So if I have a frame, a mobile application frame, I'll bring it into that frame, and as bringing it into that frame, the next thing I'll do is to reduce the size to fit the frame and then turn on my grids. With these calculations, moving with the navigation key, I'll be able to tell what spacing they've used for that particular design, and I'll be able to use both the gutter size and the margin size for my own design, or something lesser or higher. All right, so this is one way or one of the trick to do this. And also, if you're designing for an iPad, you may want to change this to 8. So you may want to change that to 8, and definitely the gutter would reduce. All right, so the more spacing you have, the more you have to increase. So 12 is for desktop. All right, because at times you may want to place multiple shapes on it. Let's say like shapes like this, you may want to place 6 of them. So if we have this, all right, we can have even more. Let's do this, and the last 2. So we have 6, and if you've set this up properly, you're going to have something that would follow through with the margins, so that you have something seamless at the end of the day. So this is how you can set up your grids, and by setting it up this way, you'll be able to work seamlessly and avoid the ends. So this design ends here, you won't want it to go beyond the line, so you can select this and go in one step, and you just have your designs flowing the way they should on the margins. All right, let's look at other ones. Apply grid to canvas. After you set up your grid settings, you can apply the grid to your canvas by selecting the apply grid button located in the grids and layouts panel. This will automatically snap your design elements to the grid. So we've done that already. Once you're done doing whatever you want to do, you can just apply that, and for now you actually need to do any other thing again. It will just work, and it works real time. So as you're working, it's showing real time. You can see it moving around real time, so you don't have to click on enter or anything. Even when adjusting this ones, it adjusts real time. All right, so that's how you can go about creating or setting up your grids in Figma. You can also create grid styles. So adjust grid with shortcuts. Figma, these are some of the grids shortcuts you can use, but most times you may not use it. I don't use it. I only use this when I want to turn off a grid. Like for instance, if I want to hide this grid, I would click Shift plus G, and if I want to show it, I will click Shift plus G as well, and it will show it. All right, so adjust grid with shortcut. Figma also provides shortcuts to quickly adjust the grid while designing. For example, you can use Command plus G or Shift plus G to toggle grid visibility. So this is Shift plus G. All right, to toggle grid visibility, or Command plus G, or Control plus Alt plus G to adjust the grid size. So this is what you can do, and I'd like you to know that setting up grids in Figma is a helpful way to maintain consistency and alignment in your designs. By customizing grid settings and applying them to your canvas, you can create designs that are visually appealing and easy to read. I'll see you soon in the next lesson.